What's up, sports fans? Are you looking for the latest on Northern California sports? Then take a trip out west with me, your host, Gina G, on Reppin' the NorCal Sports, right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. I'll be bringing it to you all the way live every Monday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. And it's always a packed show. I'll bring you everything Dynastic 49ers, the bite of the San Jose Sharks, torture of the San Francisco Giants, the Golden State Warriors that we still believe. Then take you across the bay to the rise and grind of the Oakland A's. I've got you covered on college ball from the Cal Bears to the Stanford Cardinal, so that no matter what, reppin' the NorCal Sports is always reppin' the Bay. So if you bleed red and gold, or you're looking to keep an eye out west in them thar hills, don't miss me, Gina G, on reppin' the NorCal Sports. Catch me every Monday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, and I'll have your fandom repped harder than a trio of defenders guarding Stephen Curry before his buzzer beater is Gucci.
Lopan, they didn't even want you. Heck, they didn't even want me. But you know what? Right about now, they have no choice. Looking for the real sports talk? Talk that's for us, the people? Look no further. The Wait a Minute Show, a prime time sports comedy cocktail that tucks you in at night. Join me and Lopan Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 2livestewsradio.com and Saturday 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Wait a Minute Show.com. Sounds like a plan to me. Ain't that right, Lopan?
Indeed.
All right, everybody. Good afternoon. Good rainy afternoon, evening over here in the east. My name is Corey, your host for Palm Tree Sports, brought to you by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. And welcome. Glad to have you here for all those who are listening. I know that this week has been interesting to say the least across the NFL. Of course, that's where we're going to get started with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the first thing to note is Tom is back in practice. All right, so for all those who live under a rock, Tom was inexcused away from practice for multiple days. Reasons, not ours to speculate, but let's be happy that he's back and he's good to go. He's going to be starting the game against the Colts tonight, so look out for that. Obviously, Tom is definitely going to be the main guy to look out for, especially in these opening drives. Moving on from that, a few more key people to watch during today's game. Now, Todd Bowles already said everybody who can suit up will play. Okay? So Mike, Cam, on defense, of course, Vita, everybody you think. Carlton Davis, Trey Dean, Antoine Winfield Jr., Logan Ryan, everybody who is good to go is going to suit up. So we're going to get a good look at the starters tonight. Hopefully we get an entire quarter would be nice, but they're vets, so we may get between 1 to 3 drives. That's what I'm thinking. Hopefully 3 drives if it's between 1 to 3. But we'll see what they decide to do. We know that Todd Bowles is going to rest the starters in the second half, of course. So don't expect to see any old faces in the second half, obviously. But we will get to see these younger players get to make their splash, if you will, here in the last preseason game. Rachaad White's always going to be a guy to look out for, okay? This guy had a beautiful one-handed sideline catch during practice. It went big over on Twitter, on social media. They're buzzing. I love it. Again, I liked this guy when we drafted him immediately. Okay, this kid is amazing. So let's see what he can put on tape today. Leonard Fournette should be getting the start. There's nothing really wrong with him, to my knowledge. So we should have a look at him. I think he's going to be good to go. Obviously, I'm a big fan of playoff Lenny, Lombardi Lenny, since his days at LSU. So I know that the Bucs cut a veteran receiver recently, and I believe it was Cyril Grayson, and it's unfortunate. I know that he was dealing a little bit of an injury, so I know that had something to do with it as well. We'll see what happens next, because I know they didn't want to let him go, but this is the most talented receiver group in the NFL. Make no mistake about it. So I cannot wait to see what the offense looks like once it's Tom Brady, Lenny, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Julio Jones, insert tight end here. Cam Brate, obviously we drafted a couple of tight ends, so we'll see how they play. Apparently they're very good at blocking, so that is always important. We're trying to replace Gronkowski, who's one of the greatest blockers from the tight end position in NFL history. Go back and look at the film, and you'll see it at Tampa Bay and in New England, of course. So it's unfortunate that Cyril Grayson is out, but I wished him the best. He was great for us. I hate to see him go. I wish him, again, the best wherever he goes, because somebody's going to get a gem. He was very, very instrumental for us in the last 2 years. So, thank you, Cyril Grayson. Things to look out for as far as not notable players tonight. Second half will feature a lot of different talent that's left on the team. Some players that we may have not to see a lot, we should see a lot more of tonight. The first half will be heavily focused on details, little things, getting cadence, recognition of defense, understanding Brady's do's and do-nots against every team, including the Colts tonight. So this is going to be a great opportunity for us to see what this offense can do. I can't wait. Game starts in about an hour over here. And last year we played the Colts, and it was a thriller. It was a good game. Lenny really showed up. Did he have 4 touchdowns that game? I think it was. So absolutely put the game away. 20 seconds left. Big touchdown run. Give us the lead. Can't say how good that team is without mentioning Jonathan Taylor. So he's going to give the defense something to work for, at least for the first couple of drives. So Moving on from that, next up we have Jags. So the Jaguars, I don't have a whole lot to report for the Jaguars. Not much different from what last week um had to offer. But what I can tell you is Trevor is going to be starting the game. If I'm not mistaken, he started the game, and they were playing against the Falcons. Uh, it started out slow. I believe it was a field goal for Jacksonville, a touchdown for Atlanta, and that was the end of the first quarter. After that, I didn't see too much, but I do know that the score is it was 12 Jaguars 12, Falcons 28. Not what you want to see going into the regular season. But like I said, this is still preseason, so everybody who is not guaranteed to play during the regular season was out there, and I'm sure they were being evaluated. Now, Atlanta, they scored a touchdown in every quarter, so it looks like the question for them is which talent do they hold on to? Good question to have. Jacksonville didn't score at all in the second half. That means it looks like you got all your talent already, and you got to put it all together. So those guys in the second half, they kind of left something to be desired for the Jaguars fans out there. I hate that it's like that. For all intents and purposes, I train in Muay Thai, and my coach is a huge Jaguars fan. He took a picture of him with some long blonde hair, dirty blonde hair, and did the Trevor Lawrence pose. Now, he's a great guy, okay? He loves the Jaguars, but I don't know if he was thrilled about today's performance heading into the season. So, what we do know is, again, I touched on this last week. All right, the Jaguars spent a lot of money in off season. Let's see if that translates, because week 1 against the Commanders, it's not a good team. It's not a team that we're expecting to go deep into the playoffs, okay? Let alone win their division. So hopefully we can get a little success early rolling for the Jaguars. Something they can hold on to, yeah? Okay? And I can only imagine what it's like up there right now. Because, again, you got the golden boy, Trevor Lawrence, okay? You got a schedule that's 50-50 ball game. All right? So what are you guys going to do with it? Again, not too much more to repeat or report for that matter. It was an ugly game. Yeah. Toby D said it best on Twitter. Huntley is about to make some Jacksonville's players miss the roster. Yeah. You got a point there, because there's a difference between I don't have enough experience, I need help, and I have no idea what I'm doing. Like just standing around deer in a headlight. Okay? So, Jaguars, let's get it together, guys. All right? You got Christian Kirk. I really hope that he pans out, because he's a good receiver. Okay? He is. But the Jaguars do this thing, right? They get great players, and then they get rid of them. Okay? So, hopefully Christian Kirk can be, just a piece of the puzzle, the essential piece of the puzzle, right? And help Trevor catch some fire, all right? Catch lightning in a bottle, whatever phrase you want to utilize to epitomize success. I would love to see him do what he did in Clemson here in the pros, okay? And he's in a division to do it. So you have my vote of confidence, Trevor. Jaguars, you know, gotta play good defense. Ain't no way around it. All right, you guys got Jonathan Taylor in your division, so watch the Bucks games tonight. See how he does. See what he's looking at. Get ready. Okay. I'm really though not impressed personally with anything I saw from the preseason. Okay, so I watched the first quarter of this game. I watched last week's, or was it, I believe it was the first preseason game, and didn't score a point until the second half. Okay, that's not gonna work. I know it's preseason, but that's not gonna work. All right, what you do in practice is what you're gonna do on the field. So, Jags, let's get it together, guys. Let's get it together. Unfortunately, throughout the week, there really wasn't that much going on for the Jags. No moves, no nothing really. So I don't have anything again new, but that'll give us a little bit of time to go into the Fins. I didn't get to talk about the Fins last week, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring up a couple little details. The first thing that was interesting was Tyreek Hill. He had some comments about the Buccaneers, and I get that. There's nothing wrong with that. Joint practice, all that good stuff. He said that he felt that the Dolphins receivers got the best of the Buccaneers defense. Good. You guys are going to need it. Now, I'm not saying that as a hater or anything like that. I'm saying that because you're in a division with Bill Belichick, okay, with Josh Allen, all right, and those boys up north. And they play football. Good football up there, okay? Real good football. And I think the Dolphins can hang. But if you guys are going to be successful, you're going to have to utilize every bit of that skill, that talent, and the speed that you guys used against Tampa in those training scrimmages. Obviously, that's not the real game. But in a division where you guys are playing against two top 10 defenses, you're going to have to bring it all. That means the running backs. Now, you have a great tight end, all right? You guys got the Mike Gesicki, okay? He was in Penn State when Chris Godwin was in Penn State. I watched that team. Great team up there, the Nittany Lions. And Mike Gesicki was in the middle of all of that. He was in the middle of all of that. So you guys definitely looked the part. We'll see if you guys can play the part. I believe you can. Tyreek is very fast and the greatest receiver at all time for creating space. Okay, this guy could be in a phone booth with Superman, Batman, and the Hulk, and somehow he's got space. Huh? He's not crushed in there, right? Like everybody else would be. Yeah, there's 6 inches of space in all directions for him. It's wild. So, Fins, good luck. Best of luck in the division specifically. The AFC East is not for the faint of heart. Okay, the weakest team in that division, all right, is still gonna give you a run. So, you guys gonna send 3 teams to the playoffs this year? Question mark? We'll see. I like your schedule. There's a lot going on here. I mean, obviously, you guys got to play the Patriots twice. No Tom Brady, but that doesn't make it easier. Hey, Mac is a good quarterback, man. He's really, really good. I think y'all can split. I think you guys can get the better half of Bill maybe later in the year when he's had to play a couple of other harder teams. You guys can still win for sure, if not win them both. The Bills and the Dolphins is going to be a good game twice this year. Okay? Can't wait for that. All right? So, preseason has you guys at the Eagles today, same 30 minutes before the Bucks. So, we'll be watching that. Y'all be watching us. Yada, yada, yada. Homework. So, you're both 1-1 in preseason. I would love to see the starters. Hopefully they come out. Hope they all come out. But we'll see what happens. I would expect Tariq to play. I'm expecting him to play. I believe he's going to. So we'll have a good look at him tonight in about 30 minutes. As for the rest of the schedule, let's see. You guys open against the Patriots. Ouch. Then you go see the Ravens. Ouch. Then you go see the Bills. Ouch. And you got the Bengals. Ouch. How do you say ouch 4 times? You guys have 2 division games, and all 4 of your games are AFC openers. Now, after that, it gets a little easier, okay? You can start to breathe. But you got to get through those 4 games, okay? You come out of those games 2-2, you can make the playoffs, okay? You guys come out of that 1-3, 0-4. I don't know, man. Take a big change of heart, huh? So, we'll see, Dolphins. We'll see. Gonna have to pull out the firepower early. All right. Let's go ahead and take a break. And when we get back, we're gonna talk Rays, the debut of college football, the Gators, Noles, Lightning, and a few other teams before we wrap it up today. Again, my name is Corey Pujols. I am your host for Palm Tree Sports, brought to you by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hey sports fans, do you like wine? Well, we've got the show for you. This is Let's Wine About Sports, a show where we talk about wine and sports simultaneously. From the classic Cabernet Sauvignon all the way down to the grapes that you've never even heard of before. Oh yeah, we cover it all. And we'll talk about a little bit of sports as well. Football, hockey, collegiate, women's sports, it doesn't matter. We're going to talk about it all, and we're going to whine about it all. So join me Monday at 8 p.m. on IU Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
What's good, fight fans? It's your boy, Marcus Los Great, here to give you what you want, here to give you what you need. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm coming to you live, straight from your mama's basement with a crispy, awesome white tea. We are coming to you live every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Powered by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. What's good, fight fans? It's your boy, Marcus Los Great, here to give you what you want, here to give you what you need. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm coming to you live, straight from your mama's basement with a crispy, awesome white tea. We are coming to you live every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Powered by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Davidson,
It's your boy Dentarius Lava.
and we are the hosts of Fast Break here on IE Sports Radio, where we discuss everything in the world of basketball from prep to the pros.
You guys should definitely check us out, man. Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We got all the basketball information you guys need, so we look forward to you guys listening in.
And please do, because we are the best basketball show on this side of the Mississippi. And please do check us out on Twitter at FastBreakISR. D-Lock, where's our time again?
8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. That give you guys plenty of time on a Sunday.
Tune in.
Sports fans, do you like teams that are tough, cities that are tougher, and fan bases that are passionate about their teams? How about teams that are historic and stadiums that are iconic? Then you belong in Chicago, and you need to check out Chi-Town Weekly. Join me, Adam Kernan, every week as we keep up with all things Chicago sports. Bears, Bulls, Blackhawks, Cubs, White Sox. We'll cover them all, plus more. The Windy City is always buzzing, and we'll keep you up on all the big games and major stories. So tune in to Chi-Town Weekly every week right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Alright guys, welcome back. I do apologize for the extra long break. I did have some technical difficulties with my microphone. I do apologize again. But my name again is Corey Pujols. I am your host for Palm Tree Sports, brought to you by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. And we are going to go ahead and get into the Rays. Now, the Rays just had a series, against the Angels. They swept the Angels. Good. They're in second place in the AL East. Good. We're losing to the Red Sox. 5-1 currently. What's going on, boys? All right, we go from playing good baseball to bad baseball. All right, 5-1. Didn't get a run until the 8th. Okay, top of the 8th. Not sure what's going on there, guys. With that being said, let's see what happens in these next couple of games. The last two games that we had, we lost to the Red Sox. So that's not gonna work out. All right, we gotta win these games. Now we're in the second half of the season, right? So anything that can and will happen is happening right now. All right, some teams that aren't supposed to win games are gonna start winning games. Teams that aren't supposed to lose games are gonna start losing games. So this is not gonna be the last time we see the Red Sox. We're gonna see them again later. And I think it's a 3-game series. Might be a 4-game series. And then, of course, we got to see the Yankees again. I spoke on this last week. If we're going to play like this against the Red Sox, what are we going to do against the Yankees? That's the question. You know, it's not going to work out against the Yankees. The Yankees are playing good baseball. Number 1 seed in the AL East, okay? So, we're going to have to get on the horn. We're going to have to play better baseball and not let what's happening right now with the Red Sox happen again throughout the season, for the rest of the season. With that being said, pretty good series, though, against the Angels. Not really much to say about that. I said we got to win run-wall ball games. We won 2 of them against the Angels, all right? The first and the third. The other 2 were blowouts. Good. Let's hit the ball like that, not like we're doing now, okay? The Red Sox, the first game that they beat us, it was a 1-run ball game. Okay, same thing I said last week. Gotta win those games. Great clubs win 1-run ball games. So hopefully the Rays can come out of that and do better. Okay, so aside from that, nothing else really new to report on the Rays side. Okay, I want to see them not fall short again. All right, I said this last week. I'm going to say it one more time. I'll probably say it every week. Okay, let's not get to the World Series and fumble a champion. All right, I don't want to not be able to hang a Rays banner next to the Buccaneers, the Lightning, the Tampa Bay Storm, the Tampa Bay Rowdies. You know, they're all doing good. So I just want to see our boys, you know, host a championship, you know, hoist it high. So, and hopefully it won't be like just like a one-time championship and then like we never see a title again for like 50 years. You know, like Cleveland, like they are not enjoying sports. Cincinnati is. Cleveland isn't. So hopefully we can get a dub here. Let's see here. And next up, we're going to go right into the Gators. Like I said, the Rays I didn't have any more for them. But as far as the Gators are concerned, last week, the big topic was the new facility. The new state-of-the-art $1 million facility. And no doubt by this time, if you haven't seen it already, it's huge. It's beautiful. We're going to get to see it a little bit more on College Football Game Day. And I personally can't wait. I can't wait. My apologies. We are in week 0 of college football. Had some games that were going on early today. Popped in on Nebraska Northwestern, and it was a competitive game. So I'm excited for what this season has to offer for college football for our beloved Gators. We are still in a rebuild. We were 2 touchdowns away from an SEC championship a few years ago. And since then, Kyle the Kyle has now become... well, there's no Kyle to Kyle. They're both in the NFL. But we do have Anthony Richardson. He no longer used the moniker AR-15 for obvious reasons. But he's really gonna do something special this year. You know, like he is a dual threat quarterback, right? He's got a great arm, he's got great legs, great speed. If he can learn to read defense and be more poised in the pocket, this guy could be the catalyst to literally something great. But we have to wait and see how it develops, okay? Obviously, he's young. He wears 15, like another great 15 did. And he's got everything that it takes. He's just got to do it. So I can't wait to see. Now, the first game we talked about last weekend is against Utah. It's going to be a good calling card. A good first game. I expect to see a lot of dual threat. I think that Anthony Richardson will run. I don't think he'll run a ton, like 50%, but I think he will run between 5 and 10 times a game. And that's perfect. I think that'll work. There's going to be a lot of read option, I imagine, just because Naquan run in the backfield. Very elusive, very powerful runner. And to build an offense off of that gives you one-on-ones with the receivers as the safeties start to come in the box, guard against the run. So that's going to be fun. Can't wait to see it. I think that the biggest thing now for the team is going to be getting the details right. Okay? You have a squad, a talented squad. What are they going to do that separates them from the Kentuckys and the Tennessee and the Missouris of the SEC East? Okay? This conference, when you take away Alabama and Georgia, is up for grabs. Okay? You know, maybe the best team. And I don't know that it's Georgia. I don't know that it's Alabama. What I do know is that if the Gators are going to win, they got an early one against Kentucky. We got to win that. And we gotta stay in shape when we go see LSU. We cannot fall short. We cannot allow any other games to deter us from Georgia. That's always, whoever wins this game is winning the SEC East, right? So, go Gators. Okay, let's go get it. Utah first, Kentucky, LSU, Georgia. All the other teams, we'll figure it out. Okay? Not trying to downplay anybody, but let's not act like we don't see the writing on the wall. Gotta beat those teams. Okay? Beat those teams. See Alabama later in the season. Beat them. There's a conversation. Okay? So, aside from that, defense. Gators have not been defensively postured in the last few years. Okay? There are these moments in time in the University of Florida's history where they just don't play defense. Okay? This typically at the end of a tenure for a head coach. Will Muschamp, Dan Mullen. So we've seen this before. Hopefully that's not the case again. Okay? So we got a new coach. Good coach. Billy Napier. Alright? And let's just cross our fingers, have some faith that they can lead us to the promised land, yeah? That's all I have for the Gators. Again, their first game is next week. So, we'll wait to see how they look. Across the street, though, is a different conversation. So the Noles, right, they had their game delayed. So I know that's kind of a pain for, a lot of people, because you're saying, hey, this school, everybody wants to know what they look like, all right? So, unfortunately, we're not going to get to see that. It's for a time to be determined, so it may get canceled, but right now it's delayed, okay? Obviously, after that, you guys go see LSU. So, we will see what happens. Oh, well, would you look at that? That game is actually going on now that I now that I have my information back. So let's see here. It's 6-0 Florida State. First quarter. About 8 minutes to go. And that's good. That's good. It's a good start. Let's see what else they can produce. I'll be watching some of this game later tonight as well. But the bigger story is going to be week 2, right? Obviously, we got Florida State LSU. Everybody wants to know what these two teams are going to look like. And week 2, we're going to see. Knowles, delayed game, and then go see LSU. At least you're still playing the game, right? But I can see how that's kind of irritating, right? You know, everybody else starting their game on time, our game starting late. So, Knowles fans, I am hopeful for you guys because I always want rivalry to be a good week. Knowles versus Gators has to be a sellout, right? Like, it's got to bring everybody out to the party. That's what I want to see. That means Knowles, you got to beat LSU. That's the first step, right? Like, that's basically what I'm saying here. That will show us if you guys are for real or if you're not for real. And aside from that, same thing as last week, injury bug. Stay away from it. Obviously, you can't stay away, but do your best to stay healthy. It is hot down here, all right? Right across the street from the stadium. It's 100-degree heat index yesterday, okay? And it was like that like all week, okay? I'm at work driving, got the air on full blast, and I'm thinking to myself, there are guys out here playing football in this weather right now. Yeah, and it's more like there are guys running around the field till they catch cramps. So stay healthy. Stay healthy. I've seen so many cramps. Drink water, guys. But we'll see. We'll see what happens when LSU and Florida State meet. I'm rooting for the Noles. Beat LSU so we can, do the same thing. And aside from that, not much new. The game looks like it's going pretty well. Like I said, 6-0 right now, Noles. I suspect you guys will win this game. I expect you guys to win this game. But put something on tape, right? We got, a couple hours left before your game is over. And I don't think you guys want to be rolling to LSU with a 6-0 victory, right? So put something on tape. Next up, our beloved Tampa Bay Lightning. There's really only one major thing to report here. Meyer, I believe it is, Felipe Meyer, got a contract extension, a year contract extension, which is great. Obviously you want to retain your pieces. Most of the teams who go deep into the playoffs, especially 3 years in a row, that's the goal. All right, you got the key to success. You got the recipe for victory. What do you got to do? Retain it, keep it, polish it, train it, master it, repeat. So let's hoping the boys can continue to do that. Obviously, we have all the faith. This team has been to the Stanley Cup Finals each of the last 3 years, unprecedented. So much honor bestowed upon the city in a game that's played on ice, for a team down here in the tropical paradise to shine bright, as they are continuing to do. So I cannot wait. It's always not quite the same when it's not hockey season, right? Because there's less blue everywhere. There's literally just less blue everywhere. And, I like it. I like the blue. Go Lightning. Can't wait to see the way the schedule unfolds for us. Obviously, a lot a lot of teams just got better, right? So this young talent is all over the place. It's everywhere. And I believe that we can go back and we can be right there in the thick of it again, but we have to continue to get better, to adapt, and to again retain our pieces. So a year extension, we'll take it. We'll take everything we can get. Glad to have them back, and hopefully here's to being able to keep the rest of the guys just as long, if not longer. We know Myers wanted to stay, so that, you know, did make it a little bit easier, of course. But I'm happy. I'm happy with the move. I'm happy with it. I don't believe I have anything else outside of that to report. That was the only real bit of information that changed anything. That was it for the Lightning this week. So as we're getting ready to wrap up, I want to, before I do wrap up, actually, I want to take the time to say that I will be gathering more information on the Miami Heat, on the Fins, and the teams from South Florida, the Miami Hurricanes as well, and so I can include them onto the show, and we will go over them. Also, I want to double back to the Buccaneers. I mentioned before that all of the starters would start tonight, so Chris Godwin is practicing. He is not starting. Okay, he is not. I know there have been videos out there. He's running routes, catching passes. Yes, it's real, but he's not starting tonight, right? Got to keep him, under wraps until he's 100%. Mike Evans will be starting. Julio Jones will be starting. Okay, so Tom will be starting. So get ready for that, guys. It's going to be great. Can't wait to see how they do. Let's get on this last break, and when I get back, we'll wrap it up.
Sports fans, do you like teams that are tough, cities that are tougher, and fan bases that are passionate about their teams? How about teams that are historic and stadiums that are iconic? Then you belong in Chicago, and you need to check out Chi-Town Weekly. Join me, Adam Kernan, every week as we keep up with all things Chicago sports. Bears, Bulls, Blackhawks, Cubs, White Sox. We'll cover them all, plus more. The Windy City is always buzzing, and we'll keep you up on all the big games and major stories. So tune in to Chi-Town Weekly every week right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Were you listening to a great game on USRN, but then the Wi-Fi crashed in the final seconds? Or do you simply want to listen to the best calls we here at USRN have to offer? Well then, you need to go check out our Audio Boom page. It holds a collection of our best calls that you don't want to miss. How do I get there, you ask? You can download the Audio Boom app and look up Ultimate Sports Radio, or simply go to audiobook.com/Ultimate Sports Radio. And as always, thanks for listening and making USRN one of the most talked about sports networks on Mixler.com.
Alright, you guys, welcome back again. This is going to go ahead and conclude the show for tonight. I know it was a bit rough earlier when I had a connection drop, so I do apologize for that inconvenience. But I want to let you guys know that we'll be back again next week, same time. And we're gonna hopefully not have, the bad weather and, everything going on. But it's South Florida, so you guys know how it gets down here. With that being said, go Rays, go Bucks. Rays lost one again. Bucks play tonight. Colts, it'll be a tall tale sign. Jags, pay attention. Take some notes, right? Get ready to see this twice this year. College football starts next week for the Gators. Knowles play right now, 6-0. Last time I saw the score, it was delayed, so hopefully it doesn't finish, too late. But, go Knowles. Go Gators next week against 7th-ranked Utah. Good job, Lightning, on the extension, of course. And going forward, just get ready for Miami sports as well to be added. Miami Heat, Miami Hurricanes, and, of course, the Miami Dolphins. So I want to say thank you again for joining me this Saturday afternoon, this rainy, cloudy, but yet still beautiful Saturday afternoon. My name was Corey Pujols, and I am the host for Palm Tree Sports, brought to you by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. And let us all say good night.